We are live. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we back with another one. Now, today is iconic. Today is one of my favorite drops that we've had in a while. All the OGs know, Dragon Girl. That's one of my favorite drops that we've had. The 888 edition, silver and gold Dragon Girl. The kickoff season one. Actually, it was not the kickoff. I'm sorry. It was the end to wrap up season one. That's one of the reasons why I think the 888 edition gold and silver Dragon Girl is going to be iconic because it wrapped up season one. And we know how iconic season one was. It's the beta version, right? We're going to be on season 10 in a couple years, and people are going to want the season one collectibles. So I've seen a couple good videos on YouTube putting out how season one is going to be extinct soon. And I completely agree with that. So just want to go over the details real quick in today's drop. We got in 20 minutes, 16 minutes to be exact. We got the Dragon Girl, all gold. This one looks amazing. And it says, to celebrate 20 years of Toy Tokyo, we are pleased to offer the all gold Dragon Girl by Simone Legnu and Toki Doki as Toy Tokyo's exclusive set of one. So not only, this is pretty rare. There's 2,222 of these. So not as rare as the 888 edition gold Dragon Girl, but we still got less than 2,500 of these. And to make things even more special, this is a whole set in itself. And I think people are really sleeping on the fact that, these solo sets are available because, Dan's going to put out the Master Collector Program details soon. And I think everybody's going to try to flock to those solo sets, those two collectible sets. So I really believe that, even cheap collectibles like we just saw with Captain Carter, a solo set go for under $70 at first. I think those are slept on big time. I got shut out in the marketplace, or I'm sorry, I got shut out on drop on the Carter, but I picked one up in the market. One tip I gave out to on YouTube is that it's so hard to get the floor right, the floor prices on these aftermarket drops. I'm sorry, and so one thing that I like to do if the floor is at $70 and I think it's going to keep increasing, maybe scroll down a little bit, pick up that $80 collectible, and then watch the floors keep rising. That's what I did today. It worked out great. We see the floor is about at $200 right now, I want to say. So shout out to everybody joining and tuning in. I'm going to get to the comments in a second. But, the first Dragon Girl, I just want to talk about a little bit because it's a little bit different than the one dropping today. I was fortunate. I got a couple of those early, to wrap up season one. Dragon Girls, 888 editions. Toki Doki was the first license that VeVe ever secured. Some OGs may not have known that. Some new people joining, they may not know that. So I believe VeVe and Toki Doki's relationship is one of the best relationships. That's why I think Ritmo got animated. And it's another reason why I think the Unicornos and the Toki Doki IP, Simone Legnu is the co-founder of Toki Doki. So I believe those, that artist Simone and his company, Toki Doki, will be able to go on OpenSea. We're going to be able to see some animations probably in the future. It's just one of those long-lasting relationships that they have one of the best relationships with. So that goes a long way, I believe. My ideal scenario is one day, they animate the original Dragon Girl, have like fire coming out. That would be amazing. But that's a long shot. That's just hope right there. But I think today's a really special one because it's a full set in itself. And it's to celebrate the 20th year anniversary of Toy Tokyo. I wanted to bring this out here real quick. This is actually a Toy Tokyo exclusive as well. This is the Notorious B.I.G. all gold. So, Toy Tokyo, it's not just like for those who don't know, a lot of people know who Toy Tokyo is, but those who don't know, it's a pretty big brand, right? They do a lot of exclusives with Comic-Con, so it's well-known, established. It's been here for a while. Let me get to some of these comments. Omi Queen in the building. How we doing? Fun's not scrolling down. I can't wait. This is a must-have. I agree. This is definitely a must-have. I don't have the gems to go buy it in the marketplace, so hopefully, I can grab one on the drop. If I can't get one on the drop, I may just have to miss out on it. That's why I'm glad I got two of the 888 edition Dragon Girls. How we doing, Audible? I missed out on the drop, man. I missed out. Hopefully you got one. Anthony Rodriguez, I got one. Awesome. It was hard. I missed out. I could not get the Carter on drop. Omi Queen got one. Solid. Man, congrats. Yeah, only Queen got one. Audible got shut out again. You've been striking out big time, I think. Yeah, I've been striking out too lately. It's kind of hit or miss for me, right? My confidence definitely went down with the drops lately. I didn't get the last 3 drops. A lot of people have been having a tough time with the drops. That's a good idea. I think you meant with the floors, right? When I was talking about with the floors in marketplace, I snagged one for $80 in the market today. I was trying to get one for 70 for a while, couldn't get it. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit, grab the $80 one, and as soon as I grabbed that, it went to 90, the 100, the 150. I kept trying to grab it all the way up, and I couldn't grab another one at the floor. So that's definitely how I've been having success. I could use a big win. Audible Collective says never had an ultra rare or secret rare. Wow, okay. I've gotten lucky on a couple ultra rares in the drops. Haven't got a secret rare on a drop yet, but like in a blind box. But I believe that's coming. That being said, my collection is still over $9,000. Wow, that's amazing to hear, man. And I bet you didn't put $9,000 in, right? So that's great to hear, man. A lot of people are up right now, big time, and that's just awesome to see. That's just awesome. Power of VeVe, man. We're just getting started too, right? The way I look at it is, imagine the prices when the whole world starts finding out about this, when people are able to pay in Ethereum, pay in Omi. Like, we're just getting started still. Just getting started. Let me tweet this out real quick. So I haven't tweeted it out. Got the drop in 10 minutes. Oh, man. I can't wait for this drop. This is definitely one of my favorite drops in a while. I can't wait. It's going to be hard to get. If I struck out on the Captain Carter, this was going to be even harder to get. Yeah, Superman's definitely one of my favorites too. Superman's iconic, right? Like, even if you're not into the whole, superhero, comic book, you don't know who Harley Quinn is, you don't know who some of these iconic characters are, you're going to know Superman. You're going to know Spider-Man. You're going to know Batman. Like, those are just legendary. Everybody knows them, right? That's what I think is so different about VeVe too, is because they don't have to try to make a new IP up and try to convince people it's valuable, etc. Like, these are well-established brands. Alex Johnson, love you, bro. Yo, thank you. I love you too, man. Appreciate the support, big time. Yeah, I think my base was four. I guess you want to say 4,000? No, you mean 1,900. Okay, cool. So you spent 1,900 and your collection's worth $9,000. That's amazing. Exactly. Same. I'm not sure what you were talking about. Same about maybe that you're up a lot, hopefully. Everybody I've talked to, they said their collection is way more valuable than what they paid. And that's the benefit of being early. And that's also the benefit of just getting lucky one week, right? I think new people are joining, right? And a lot of them are understanding that, these collections are just huge before. It's not too late, though. Some people are asking, is it too late? But most of the people are understanding that it's still so early in this. Because it only takes 1 week to get lucky with an ultra rare secret. If you get a secret rare 1 week, that could be $20,000 or more. If you get an ultra rare, that could be a couple thousand, right? Maybe a few hundred if it's not as popular or something. But it only takes a little bit before things really start to get rolling. Let me put this out on Instagram too, real quick. Even if I don't get the drop, which I'm manifesting that I am going to get the drop, but if I don't, I'm going to stay on until the marketplace opens. I am going to get this drop, though. I'm getting this one. I appreciate that big time. Keep it fun. Let's try it. I like your stream, sir. One of the better live stream drops, in my opinion. Keep it up. It's fun to try to get it with items with people. Absolutely, I agree. I try to live stream every single one. I've been feeling kind of like sick in the morning, almost like I didn't feel too good the last couple of mornings, so took off in the morning. But want to get this drop. and post it out real quick. Instagram, Twitter. Good luck, everyone. If you guys get this, definitely don't try to quick flip it. Like, I mean, not financial advice. You can do whatever you guys please you want to do, but I suggest it would make me feel better if you kept it. Just because, not only does this look amazing, right? When people want something to put in their showroom, in their mansion, in the virtual house, they're going to want something like a centerpiece. And that's exactly what the Dragon Girl offers. December, let's go. Let's get lucky today. Drops have been really tough lately. We got 7 minutes left, so everyone get ready in 7 minutes. Cheers, everybody drinking their coffee. I've been living off coffee the last about 7 months, I want to say. Good morning for you. Oh, yeah, crazy time difference. It must be really early for you, I think, right? It's 3 p.m. on the Eastern time for me. Appreciate that big time, Audible. And you've been striking out too lately, so hopefully you get some good luck today. Wishing you the best. I struck out on the Captain Carter as well. That was hard to get. I thought I was going to be able to get that. There were 6,000 editions or 5,000, I forget, but I felt pretty confident and didn't hook up my phone up to any kind of Ethernet cable, didn't do anything like that. I missed it. I just didn't get it. So I struck out there. I honestly felt like the buy button moved on me. And someone pointed out maybe they did that to prevent bots, which if that's the case, I actually like that move a lot. I just wish I knew about it because I froze. And I went to go press real quick and it moved. And I just paused and I didn't get it. If you pause at all on these drops, if you miss just half a second, you're not going to get the drop. Unless there's maybe 50,000 of them again. But again, we saw 30,000 sell out 0.5 seconds. So I think no matter what they drop, unless it's an unlimited accessory, I think it's going to sell out instantly these days. Right? We're getting close to 1 million downloads. So VeVe's taking off. Man, the only thing I regret, honestly, with VeVe is not vlogging the days of 10,000 users of March 1st. I was pacing around back and forth in my house. This seems crazy right now. Just trying to learn so much. I really wish I just vlogged those days and live stream. I wasn't even live streaming back then. I didn't even know how to live stream. And so I wish I was live streaming the drops back then, big time, on StreamYard and everything like this. Those would have been the days. I wish people got to see how the drops went back then. Drops were probably tougher back in March, honestly, with the Nightwing drop, just because it wasn't stable, right? Right now, they may sell out fast, but before, it would crash the app. They would come back in an hour. So, a lot of people complaining now, they wouldn't have been able to deal with the things back then. I agree, man. I mean, the thing is with me, I think there's going to be maybe a couple, a few other projects out there that aren't licensed NFTs. They may last because people like the art, or, maybe they build a community that's strong enough to last through it together. But I think 99%, 95% of those projects won't last, unfortunately. I'm rooting for every single one. I want those projects to do well because I think the more NFT projects that do well, the better VeVe does, right? VeVe has premium licensed digital assets, premium licensed digital collectibles. Say that all the time, and it's a running joke now, but it's because people don't even understand yet the importance or the value of something that's licensed with a big brand. NFTs are still so new to where, just let everybody know too, we got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to drop. Keep my eye on that timer. But we're so new in the whole NFT space to where everything's becoming an NFT and people are just buying it because it's a new NFT. But most of the people in the world still don't even know that licensed NFTs exist with billion-dollar brands like Marvel, Givenchy, Givenchy, Spider-Man, Batman. 99% of these people spending millions of dollars on rare anything, they don't even know that licensed digital assets exist yet. We're still so new into it. But I think it's going to go mainstream because of that aspect, because taking someone who's walking down the street, they're probably a fan or heard of or like Batman or Spider-Man or Superman or maybe they're into luxury brands like Givenchy. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? I keep naming the same ones, but we know how many brands VeVe has. So taking someone who's walking down the street, they probably see value in that, in Marvel. But convincing them that a random one of one of something that they've never seen before and it looks like it's made in 19 like before the internet, it's hard to convince a random person, mainstream, the masses who aren't in the crypto that it's valuable, right? So, it's going to be, I think, a tough road for those people, but I think a handful of them will last. So, I mean, if you have unlimited money, I guess, I mean, sure, put it in everything. But if you don't have unlimited money, I would, in my opinion, my strategy is to putting it into premium licensed digital assets. Like, to me, that seems the most logical, especially with the team that David and Dan and Reese, like, they all built something that's unbelievable. Alfred Kahn, like, got a minute 50, y'all. I remember not getting the Batmans back in the day or sitting unsold. Exactly. Todd McFarlane Batman sat in store, in stock for months. Nobody wanted it. They said 7,500 editions, way too many. It'll never sell out. Yo, what up? What up? Gerardo, how we doing? All right, y'all, minute and 20 seconds. The team is amazing. So true. Like, the team is the dream team. Like, I say it all the time. It's literally like, it's such a blessing. We're so spoiled. We take everything for granted right now. And that's what I said back in the day. And now people are starting to realize that when you can't get a drop. And it's like, yeah, exactly. That's why we all loaded up. Because we saw that this was eventually going to happen. All right, y'all. Getting intense now. 50 seconds. 50 seconds. Let's go. Yeah, 47 seconds. Got my charger plugged in, so my Ethernet cable. I've got drops without it, but I just feel like it's a little bit more secure. Maybe it's not, but to me, I feel like it is. I've upgraded my internet just in case if that plays a factor as well. But I know people who have old phones, bad internet, and they still get drops. So 23 seconds. Boom. Got it timing perfect. Let's go. I'm nervous right now. It's one of my favorites. All right. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I didn't get it. I pressed it way too early. Wow. Wow. I didn't get it. I lost focus. I was not in the right state. Lost focus. Dang, I pressed it too early, I think. I'm not positive because I feel like I almost did a line gate by accident right there. Like, I pressed it too early, hit undo or hit OK, and it came back perfect timing. But when I pressed it, it was still unsold. Gonna have to buy this in the marketplace. Drops were so hard, man. Even 2,222 of them. If we can't get those, I couldn't get the 6,000 one. That's when VeVe's taking off. So that's good news. That's great news. Shout out to everybody who got this. That's gonna look amazing in the showrooms. Austin, what's up, brother? How we doing? Yeah, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. I think my confidence definitely shot down last few drops on these because there was a point where I think everybody knows, right? There was a point where after Comic-Con, and I would say up until this Comic-Con, my confidence was through the roof with drops. Like, I felt like I could get every single one. But lately, ever since they made the update, but I don't think they changed anything with the drops. But for some reason, I think VeVe just has grown to 1 million users. And Cass Jazz says I was spamming by. Yeah, it's so hard. So hard. These drops are so hard. The way I've been looking at drops these days, which for me, it's a blessing. I feel so blessed to not be that mad about drops or anything like that. New users, maybe it's frustrating because you want that first collectible. But, that's the thing. VeVe's going to be dropping 4 drops a week, right? To where you're going to be able to where if you miss one, you have a chance at another. If you miss that, you're probably going to get one collectible a week. So just keep trying because you never know when you're going to get one. And then if you get something that you don't really like that much, you can always flip it and go after the one you really do. So No, Audible, I struck out. No Dragon Girl for me. I'm gonna go on Twitter and start reposting people who got it. But Cash Jazz says, I'm still new to VeVe, but even though I spam by, I still can't manage to get one. Any tips or tricks or whatever? Yeah, so it's so hard. So right now we have about like probably 800,000 people trying to go for the same 2000 edition collectible. So if you do get one and you're able to get one, I would hold it because it's getting harder and harder to get a drop these days. But the only tip I would suggest is, which it's not even working. I didn't get one today, but I've been trying to time it perfectly instead of smashing. A lot of people like to just spam the buy button. They call it a line gate. And sometimes they get through and they're able to get one. But I've been having better luck just trying to time it. Today I did not time it well at all. Like I basically just struck out. Like it was terrible. I think I clicked it too early and then I tried getting back in perfect timing and it was just sold out. But I like to time it. So it's like 3, 2, 1, 0, then click. But a lot of people are hitting like click as soon as it touches 0. So I think you have to just wait that half a second, but time it perfect because if you wait too long, it'll be sold out. So wow, let's go, Brendan. Let's go. Let's go. That means you have to send it to me, right? I'm just kidding. Hold that, man. Hold that. Hope that kind of gives you a good tip. Also, there's other things you can do. You can go into your settings when you're at your profile tab, like click your profile tab, bottom right of the screen, go into your settings, click my files, and you can remove all downloaded files. That way it kind of just speeds up the process when you're doing the drop. And you can always download them again. So it's not going to remove them out of your collection. Audible wanted to give you it, huh? So a rebound just means like someone tried getting it or something like that. It means like they had it, but it was disconnected or something like that. And then it can pop back up. Brendan's going crazy right now. Let's go. Brendan's in my head is high. That's awesome. I got one. Yeah, same, Austin. I haven't got a rebound option in the longest time. Like, I sit on that buy now screen, it just doesn't pop up. I think that's just the luck of it, right? It has to get to someone and just randomly. Sad. When the countdown hit 0, I clicked buy now, and the timer went back to 1 minute. At 54 seconds, backed out, went back in, and still the timer refreshed to 1 minute and 54 seconds again. That is strange. That is crazy. We're having some bad luck this summer. I saw it once, got it, 1337. Yeah, that's a good one, Brendan. If you do send it to me, I can make a video with it. I can, put it in here and talk about it, shout you out. If you want. If not, you can just hold it. I will send it back if you do. I was just kidding earlier. Never seen it as an option. The bounce back, the rebound thing. I mean, it just happens randomly sometimes. All those comics that I'm missing and everything, just wanted to get some, man. The blind boxes are getting tough. There was a period in time when the comics first dropped to where people were getting 10 at a time. It wasn't selling out right away. It took a couple minutes to sell out. And now even the 30,000 blind box sells out instantly. So I think it's just so much demand, right? It went from 10,000 users to 700,000 users in just a few months. Half a year. Less than half a year. On iPhone, if you swipe from the bottom, it refreshes. Congrats, Brendan. Yeah, I'm so happy Brendan got one. That's awesome. Thank you, bro. Never got a secret round drop. This is huge. I have faith in VeVe now. Let's go. That's amazing. Let's go. That's such a great feeling. If you're on, wait, you're not on Twitter, are you? I was gonna say I'll repost you on Twitter. I don't get copyrighted. Anybody get it? Let me see some reposts. Oh yeah, okay. I'm seeing some people get it. Let's go. All right, I only see one person get it so far. Oh, okay, cool. Someone got one. So many people are so happy right now. That's amazing. Oh, 397. That's a big one right there. Wow. Uh-huh. Let's go. Todd Father Khaki got one. Let's go. Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely. Wait, didn't Khaki get one? I feel like he got one. Oh, wow. He did not get one. He was messing with us. Wow. Hey, Rebel Duck. Appreciate you, brother. Yo, Rebel, you're the man too, man. Rebel Duck. Go follow Rebel Duck on YouTube. Puts out a lot of good info, a lot of good, chart stuff on the marketplace. Good person too, part of the community. I bought 12 of the Marvel Comics one. Yeah, it's crazy. Smart move, man. I think I only got maybe 8 on drop of those. The good old days. Isn't it crazy too how fast things change? Like that's why I always kept saying to people who, had doubt or gave up, etc. I'm like, in the micro, we feel the ups and downs. We're into it every hour. Like, step back and look at the macro. Look how fast things are moving. So, the people who are kind of short sighted, they just feel the micros and they're so emotionally, moving off of that. But a lot of us who stuck with it had to take a step back, look at the macro, look how far things have gone, and look where it's going, right? Like, yeah, I believe so too. Definitely, definitely. NFTs are going to be here forever, right? And from the outside looking in, a lot of people hear NFTs are selling for millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So they instantly say NFTs are a fad that won't last. But all of us that are inside of it, like in what's happening, most of us realize, like, no, NFTs are going to be here forever. That's not changing. I think what the fad is millions of dollars being spent on just random everyday projects that aren't really tied to $1 billion of IP. Like that's a difference right there. I think what's going to happen is there's going to be projects that still survive, of course, outside of licensed NFTs. I think there's going to be a couple because there's independent artists out there that NFTs are going to change music industries, like so many things. I think colleges, even classes or books are going to be NFTs. Like so many things are going to change, but so not just licensed ones, but you know, there's only going to be a handful of those projects that last. Right now, it's oversaturated. I believe the millions of dollars will be spent on premium licensed digital assets. Let's go. Oh, cool, man. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you got this thing. That's awesome. This is actually a really good tactic. I know somebody else in the community was talking about this too. Was his name Gary? I forget who it was exactly, but they talked about how if he misses a drop, he just goes and buys more Omi. Like it's perfect. I mean, to me, that's a great idea, right? Like makes sense in my head. If I had more money, wow, Anthony got both drops there. That's the hard one. See, when it's so funny because when you're getting all the drops, it seems so easy. It's like, oh yeah, like you take a little bit for granted almost. And then when you don't get the drops, it's like, man, I just need one drop. Like, pretty funny. Cool. See Spill got it on the rebound. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of people are saying too. Shout out our group chat. Luke Brady, he just talked about how it goes to show how lucky we were to be early. That's what a lot of people are failing to realize, right? People are selling for a couple $100. Some of the season one stuff. I mean, I've had to as well just to reinvest in more collectibles, but some people sold their whole collections, right? And not realizing that people, 99% of the people that are going to be using VeVe haven't even joined the app yet. Like, think about that. For the next decade, for the next 10 years, 99% of the people that are going to be using this app haven't even joined yet. So just to put that, like, wrap your head around how early we are, it's like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is still early. Like 99% of the people haven't even gotten into crypto yet. But think of the people that got into Bitcoin 3 years ago, right? A lot of people, not a lot, but I mean a good majority of people. Ethereum just a year ago even. So it always pays to get into things early, and it's never too late, right? People wouldn't say it's too late to buy Ethereum. It's still not too late to get into VeVe. In fact, it's super early still. It's just, sometimes people look at, or they take for granted their big collections, because think of how hard it is to get 10 sets, 5 sets right now. If you're joining right now and to get 5 sets, that's hard if you want to go back and get, the season 1 sets. So, joining now, you have the ability to get something new on a drop, get an ultra rare, secret rare. And now that could be thousands of dollars right there. That can change people's lives. Don't worry, Domer. Don't worry. Don't lose faith yet. A lot of people have been having a problem with it, and I think they may reward those people with something possibly. I could see that happening because a lot of people haven't been able to go in the market. Don't lose faith yet, brother. Don't lose faith. Yeah, you have been struggling December. I will say that you have been struggling. It will turn around. It will turn around. Let's go, Ellie Stanky. I think that's how I say your name, right? That's awesome. Got it. Congrats. Yes, Brendan, it does. Solo set. That's an extra set right there for you. That's big time too. That's why. Solo sets are going to be amazing, man. So the 888 Dragon Girl, you need all 4. So that's an expensive set. But this one has 2,222 editions. It's just the solo set. Cloud Shack, yeah, there's a bunch of people right now that's affected by the marketplace and the feed bug. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. I know it's frustrating right now. I know a lot of people that have been dealing with it. I wouldn't submit a support ticket. They said not to do that because I'm sure they're backed up with so many support tickets right now. But yeah, the date is like off, right? I saw who talked J Kill. J Kill talked about that. He dug up some good research, some good clues, but Edu also has the same date, so not sure what's coming with that. The Dragon Girls were to wrap up season 1. I started off the stream by saying, it kicked off season 1. I meant to say it wrapped up season 1. So Dragon Girl set the 888 editions. That was the last series, the last set of the legendary season 1. It's the first fine art piece on VeVe. It was the first drop of the Artist Alley. And Simone Legnu is Toki Doki's co-founder. Toki Doki is the first license that VeVe ever secured. So I believe these will be definitely interoperable, where you'll be able to take them to Immutable X, OpenSea. Like, it's Toki Doki. I believe they've had one of the longest. They've definitely had one of the longest relationships with them, and I believe they have one of the best relationships with them as well too. That's a good point, Austin. The demand is getting so strong. Should we have multiple drops at the same time? This gives people a chance. Thoughts? I actually do like this idea. It'd be tough if they drop 2 of like something that you really wanted, right? Like, imagine they dropped this Dragon Girl and Edu at the same time, right? It's like, wow, you want both. What are you gonna do? You have to choose one. So I actually do like that. That's actually a good point. Maybe that's something I could ask them in the next AMA. Bring that up to me again, and I'll try to ask them about that possibility, if they've thought about that, maybe if they want to go that direction or not. I actually kind of like that idea. Because even though they have 4 drops a week, the big ballers, you know, people with tons of money, they're going to be able to get every drop. You won't really have to pick and choose. But if they make it at the same time, no matter who you are, you're going to have to pick and choose unless you have multiple devices and you're bot. But the one thing I took notice of, the marketplace after drops are insane. So I guess that is demand, right? People are saying bots. Well, probably a few, but I don't know, honestly, at this point. But either way, my tip, honestly, for the marketplace after the drop, this is what I like to do. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but if you're just tuning in, you're struggling to pick up a NFT after it drops in the marketplace, it says like it's bought before you're able to buy it. If the floor is at $70 and you're trying to buy that floor price at $70, you're going to be too late probably. That's what kept happening to me. So I just scrolled down while the floor was at 70 and maybe like 4 or 5 collectibles down, picked the $80 one, bought it, a little bit higher than floor price. But as we saw now, it's like $200. So it worked out. Sometimes they may dip and you bought a little bit more expensive one. So you have to make sure you like it in case it does dip. You're not stuck with something you don't like. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a game there. NFT is just online art. Look at canvas art like Mona Lisa, etc. Those are worth a lot. But we are now in the future, and certified online art will be worth way more and be more important. I agree 100%. Exactly that. Another thing is, I think the Todd father, right? Stevie Phil talked about this in his interview with Foster. I watched on YouTube. This is what I've been saying. He said it in the interview, and I was like, exactly. This dude gets it completely. Digital land, digital stuff is way more valuable than physical stuff, meaning you could have a store open in the physical store, right? And you get X number of customers each day, it closes. If you have digital land, if you have something digital, the whole entire world can see it, can interact with it, can go to it 24 hours a day, anywhere in the world. So you're just opened up to the entire marketplace as opposed to having a physical brick and mortar. You know, you're open, 10 hours a day. Only those people in that location can come to you. When you have something online, you know, the Mona Lisa, there's probably going to be a Mona Lisa digital 101 on VeVe. I guarantee it. I don't guarantee it, but something like that, I could see happening. Maybe like a 101 Statue of Liberty. I've, vision from day one. I don't know who even go for a license for that, but if anybody knows, Alfred Kahn is the guy to know. So stuff like that, to where you're going to have physical artwork, Mona Lisa, that's 101. It's important, but the only people that can see that, people that go there, right? If you had a 101 Mona Lisa digital, everybody in the world could see that anytime, anywhere. So I think digital stuff is going to turn out to be way more valuable because of that. I'm glad you can see that too as a new user, Cass. A lot of people don't understand that, can't see that. So you're way ahead of the game, I believe. And that's also too why I see, OpenSea, there's like projects out there of independent artists, etc. Those are cool too if you find ones that you like, etc. But VeVe is going to change the game because there's independent artists like Frank Kozik, Jermaine Rogers, right? Ron English, Simone Legnu. They use the VeVe platform that already has all the billion-dollar IPs on it. So VeVe is going to, take the quality, premium, the top of the top artists and really help them out, eliminate the middleman. Thanks for the drop, Johnny. Time to make dinner. Yes, sir. And good luck for the future drops, too. I know you've been striking out lately, Audible. So hopefully, next drop, I hear you say, got one. I'm so geeked. Let's go. Yeah, that's a good one. I think you got one, right, C-Spill? That's awesome. I'm going to, open up the marketplace is still closed right now. Yeah, still closed. All right. Take it easy, December. Good night. Sorry you didn't get one. What's up, homie? Reslone, how we doing, brother? How we doing? Any luck today? Today was hard, man. Today was a hard drop. Yes, all right. It was Gary. Yeah, that's his name. Cool. Yeah, Gary's a good dude. Gary just tweeted another 0 by Omi. It's a good way to look at it, right? I mean, it's a great way to look at it. If I had extra money right now, I would 100% be doing that. Just makes sense. DM you. Yeah. Cool. Sounds good, brother. If I can sell something for not too cheap, I will buy it. I do want this one. I kind of want this one in the middle of my two other ones. Right now, the gold the gold Cthulhu statue that's in the middle right now. But I would love to have the all gold Dragon Girl in the middle. But I don't know. I don't want to pay a premium, right? I do not want to sell like things for too cheap and then just to have that one. Good question. If it's gonna, let's go 26 cents. That's big time, man. All right, think about it. Think of like a year from now. How hard is it going to be to get 26 cents in a year from now? Not sure about that. I do use the wish list page. I do like that. Let me go back to this one. That's a good question. If it's going to outweigh the ultra rare, maybe just because of the hype right now, it is all gold. It's a solo set. The solo set, I think, is going to give it a lot of weight. So I think that's going to be big. Plus the way it looks. Some people are actually saying the silver and gold looks better, but I mean, it's a toss up. I love the all gold. I love all gold everything. I like the silver and gold too. I'm glad this one had more than 888 editions. I will say that. Because if this had 777 editions, this would be through the roof. This would be like 10K instantly, right? But the fact that there's 2,222 of them, it will kind of lower a little bit, but it's Comic-Con exclusive. Comic-Con exclusive, full set, the full solo set. Those are so slept on all over. James Bond posters, 2 collectible set. Those things are going to skyrocket, I believe. So maybe at first I could see it maybe being about the same or maybe more than Golden Dragon Girl, the original one, the ultra rare. But I think maybe over time, the full set's going to be big for it. I will say that. Because that Master Collector program is going to come out and people are going to want a full set. But it's tough, though. I don't know. Maybe it will outweigh it long term, but we'll see. We'll see. Nope, bought 5 from the market. Yesterday was superb. Spidey's and comics super limits. Oh, solid. Cool. I'm glad you got something yesterday then. Nice. Five from the market. Solid. I'm glad they did 2K editions. I wouldn't have got one otherwise for sure. Can't believe I saw a rebound. That poor soul. I agree, man. I agree. Oh, man. I would have hated that happened to me. I'm so glad you got one though, Brendan. That's awesome. I'm actually torn. Maybe at first I could see. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be more expensive, the ultra rare or the secret rare. I don't know. I'm hoping the secret rare is less so I can eventually buy it, but I don't know. Be interesting because 888 editions is super low. But I mean, 2,222 really isn't that much higher when there's like 10 million people in the app when you think about it. But right now you can kind of feel the difference a little bit between something that's 888 compared to 2,000. But again, I kept saying this about the top Batman, right? When there's 10 million, 5 million people in the app, what's 1,700 compared to 7,500, right? Oh, that is awesome. Best week of his life. Reslone1 on Twitter. Let's go. Go follow him. Yeah, Thanos is going to be crazy. I like that one a lot. Even just the common. Yep, just stack the commons. Not sure if they're going to do secret drops anymore. They've had so many support tickets about people complaining. So I don't know about that one. I don't know if they're going to do secret drops anymore. It's a good question. Kind of puts people in like an anxiety mode when they say there's going to be secret drops because everybody's checking nonstop. But also that helps the time on the app too. So maybe they will. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Marketplace should be opening soon, maybe like 4 minutes. Oh, it's open right now. Let's go. 2.5K. Okay, so just under the ultra rare. I could see it maybe being like 1.5. It may dip a little bit. 2.3. Yeah, I could see because 888 is super rare. So I could see this one probably dip into maybe about 1 to 1.5K. I think around 1 you'll start to see people buy it. Like right now I have like 7 Harley Quinn first appearances, and I could get rid of 5, 6 of them. But the price is only $260 right now. I don't want to sell the first appearance of Harley Quinn for $260. I think it's going to follow the FA Joker, and the FA Joker I think is going to follow Todd. FA Joker is going to be $1,000 eventually. Harley Quinn's going to be up there next. And so could I sell a bunch of these for like $250, $260 to get to the amount that I want? I could. Then I'd have no more duplicates, and I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I would do the same thing, man. Sell it for an amount to where, you know, you won't be mad if you sold it, right? If someone buys it, I'll go crazy. I remember I was doing that when I first found VeVe, right? When I first found VeVe, everything was new. I didn't know how anything worked. So I was buying like a Batman. I bought a Batman from the store. It was still in stock. I would relist it on the marketplace for like 1.5 million. And I'd be sitting there like, is someone going to buy it? Is someone going to buy it? And I didn't even realize that I was listing stuff that was still in stock. Like things were so new and so crazy back then. It was unbelievable. So let's see. Marketplace one more time. Okay, now it's dipping. Yeah, 1.9K. So I think I may settle like 1.5-ish. It looks cool. It looks awesome. I like gold. Everybody likes gold, I feel like, right? Yeah, exactly. 1.5. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, for now. I agree, brother. But it's a solo set. I mean, we saw how much yeah. Definitely hot long term. Hot it'll go way up long term. I agree. Yep. It's like a little bit more additions than Lucky, but again, I think the Dragon Girl looks amazing, right? Lucky looks cool too, but there's something about Dragon Girl to where when you have that VeVeverse house showroom, the Dragon Girl is the centerpiece. It's that luxury centerpiece. So Lucky's price is down to 900 right now. Oh, you meant before it went up. Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that's typically. It's fun to see how the market reacts, right? Sometimes skyrocket right away. Sometimes we see it dip right away before it kind of takes off. So that's also one advantage that the earlier people do have. They've had experience to see how the market reacts. As a new user, I would definitely say, you know, study the market, study the marketplace, what happens after a drop each time. And it won't always be the same. It kind of reacts differently. Some will be similar, some won't be. Start thinking about these prices in ETH. Exactly. Like, how cheap does that sound? What do you know in OpenSea that goes for more than 1 ETH? Right? Like, unbelievable. We're just getting started, y'all. That's a great cop. C's Bill said it's solid gold, better than the gold and silver. It should sell higher. I mean, I could see it selling higher eventually. Possibly. Because I think the one thing it has going for it, not only is it all gold, but it has that full set. That full set's gonna be big, I think. Definitely. 1.7K. What's the next Ghostbuster logo? I could see something like that. Let's check the Ghostbuster logo, how many editions that has. Toy Tokyo. Gold Ghostbusters logo. Floors at 27K. I know Chad's got that one. Let's go, NFT Pirates. But see, the difference with this one, though, is this is 188 editions. 188 editions. Plus they took some, obviously, the team, so that's even less. So that's that's way less than the ultra rare Dragon Girl. That one's 888, and this one's 188. So, and it's season 1. I wouldn't say it's exactly the next Ghostbusters logo because it's a big difference, but I see it like kind of going on that path, right? Same idea behind it. I think this one looks better than the Ghostbusters logo, purely just by how it looks, the Dragon Girl versus the Ghostbusters logo. Unless you're a Ghostbusters fan, then you would obviously say the logo looks better. I mean, the logo's kind of slept on, though, too. It was my first NFT purchase on VeVe. So maybe I'm like slightly biased towards it. I think that's a part of history for me. I thought it was the Batman, too. That was one of my first, to be honest. And you know what is crazy? The floor gold Ghostbusters is mint number 58. Which is crazy. So that's a crazy one to get if you got that one. If you got that kind of money. But see, those are the prices I think are going to be maybe even higher once we can pay an Omi, once we can pay an ETH. Like, that's really not that much money to a lot of these whales out there. Not even just whales either, but like corporations. That's the difference. Like, we're going to have big institutions, big corporations buy these premium licensed digital assets. That's a huge game changer right there. All right, guys, you guys saw the market prices. You saw me strike out on the gold Dragon Girl, one of my favorites. Wish I could have got it on the drop. Not sure if I'm going to be able to buy in the marketplace, but right now I've been looking at all these drops as bonuses, basically. If I'm able to get a drop, for retail, then to me that's an absolute bonus to add to the collection. And that's kind of how I'm looking at these things right now. So I'm not too worried if I don't get one. It's actually a good thing that I'm kind of not getting one every time, because for a fact that means VeVe is just booming. And a lot of new users are getting it too. So that's awesome that they're kind of getting introduced into a collection. And kind of like what C-Spill just said, you never know. You can get lucky the next day, right? It only takes one day to get lucky. And we have the Thanos drop tomorrow. I think I will be live streaming that comic book drop. Hopefully the blind box kind of gets delivered kind of early. Sometimes it can take, an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours to deliver. So hopefully for the live stream's sake, it doesn't take that long. But I'll come back in the market, in 30 minutes. I'll stay on actually the live stream. I'll stay on the live stream tomorrow until the market opens and go over the prices from there. But wish I was able to show you guys getting the Dragon Girl, but don't have the Dragon Girl. Congrats to everybody who got one. That's going to be a big one, I think, definitely. Full set. Like I always keep saying, how full sets are slept on. All sets are slept on, I think. Possibly. We never know how it could end. Always stay tuned for one of the Comic-Con days, secret rare drop. Never know. Unannounced. Who knows? They said they may not do it again, but you just never know, right? So it's always good to keep an eye on the VeVe app during Comic-Con week. You just never know what could happen unannounced. So I'm signing off. I'll be live streaming tomorrow. Appreciate you guys for all the support. Let me know in the comments if you're able to get a secret rare today, or even any drop, right? Even I think the Captain Carter being a full set, I think will be big. So appreciate you guys big time. We're signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We have